another episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So, another good post by one of the people that I follow, Bennett, on Instagram. He dealt with he had mental health issues, okay? And he talks about narcissism, mental health through a Christian worldview. He's actually an author, speaker, consultant, helping you dispel lies harming your relationships, mental health, and faith. Okay. Yeah. So, another good post he put out about mental health was Jesus took mental health seriously and didn't call it a lack of faith. Okay. He addressed he addressed the mind, not just the behavior. Jesus didn't talk about actions. He went after thoughts, fears, and inner turmoil. What you believe mattered to him because it shapes how you live. Mark 2 verse 8 says, "Why are you thinking these things in your hearts?" Okay. He named anxiety without shaming it. Jesus spoke directly about worry without calling it weak faith. He treated anxiety as a human struggle, not a moral failure. Okay. Do not let your hearts be troubled. John 14 verse 1. Okay. He taught people how to calm their inner world. Jesus consistently called people to slow down, withdraw, and recenter. Rest was spiritual obedience. Okay. Mark 6 verse 31 says, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." Okay. He connected truth to freedom. Jesus didn't say try harder. He said freedom begins with truth. What you believe shapes how you live. John 8 verses 31 through 32 says, "If you hold to my teaching, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." He never spiritualized emotional pain away. Jesus didn't rush grief. He didn't bypass sorrow with verses. He entered pain with people. He sat with the suffering. John 11 verse 35 says, Jesus wept. He modeled He modeled emotional and mental health. Jesus felt anguish. He named his emotions. He spoke of his mental sufferings. He named distress instead of denying it. My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. Matthew 26 verse 38. Jesus took mental health seriously because he took people seriously. Healing was never just spiritual. It was a whole person restoration. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me to bind up the brokenhearted. Luke 4 verse 18. Okay. And one of the verses that I think of is the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. Okay. That's one of the posts that I think of. Also, there was, I talked to you a while ago, made a video about Brianna Aguilera. She was a student at Texas A&M, and her death was ruled suicide. Okay, so was supposedly ruled a suicide. Okay, I saw the story where the Travis County medical examiner ruled Brianna Aguilera's death a suicide. Okay, the Travis County medical examiner has officially ruled the death of Texas A&M sophomore Brianna Aguilera suicide, according to the medical examiner's report. Not going to get into the way he died. Not going to get into that. Um, um, it is my opinion that the cause of death is blunt trauma. Deputy medical examiner Letitia Schumann said in the report there was no indication based on law enforcement investigation that another individual was involved in the incident which resulted in the descendant's death. Okay. Okay, so however, Aguilera's parents have rejected the conclusion. Okay, yeah, they rejected that conclusion. They still don't buy that their daughter's death was a suicide, and filed a wrongful death lawsuit, um, seeking at least $1 million from damages from the Austin Blacks Rugby Club and the UT Latin Economics and Business Association, which hosted the tailgate Brianna attended hours before her death. The lawsuit alleges the groups illegally overserved someone already intoxicated and served alcohol to minors. Um, a post-mortem toxicology test found that Aguilera's blood alcohol was roughly twice the legal limit. Her blood also contained Delta 8 carboxy THC, which I've never heard of before. Um, so yeah, there was surveillance video. Um, um, so there was a timeline of events. Friday, Saturday, Friday, November 28th, Saturday, November 29th. Um, so on Tuesday, December 2nd, investigators found a deleted suicide note on Aguilera's phone written on November 25th to specific people in her life. There were also text messages sent to a friend on the evening of Saturday, November 29th that revealed suicidal ideations. Officers also revealed that Brianna had made suicidal comments to her friends in October. Police also revealed that the only sign of a physical altercation was Brianna punching one of her friends as they tried to help her out of the tailgate. Okay. So, if I'm correct, she was at a tailgate party at a Texas A&M game, Texas A&M football game, earlier in the day. Um, um, let me see. Okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into the way she died. There was a witness named Dana Rodriguez who lived in the apartment directly across from directly across. All of us heard screaming, the kind of screaming someone makes when you accidentally drop something. Dana explained at the time. Um, yeah. So Okay. Yeah. So, when someone dies by suicide, okay. Um, one, for one, there are some people who just will not accept it. Okay. They're just people who will not accept that somebody died by one of their friends, one of their loved ones died by suicide. And there's denial, okay, over the fact that somebody died by suicide. Um, they just don't want to believe it. They just don't want to believe that um, someone that they love died by suicide, and so there will be denials by people who just don't want to accept it because they just can't accept it. Yeah, just can't accept it, and just seems like Brianna Aguilera's family just can't accept it. Um, yeah, um, but that's what the medical examiner came to the conclusion that her death was ruled a suicide. But yeah, just seems like Brianna Aguilera's family just can't accept it. It's tragic. Yes, it is. Um, but again, some people just can't accept it. Okay, and yeah. I don't think I have any more to say on that. Um, that's it, and that's all for the Sean Farrell podcast. I am out here. May God bless you all. Peace.